Hello, Kim. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Phoebe. How are you?
Good, good, good. Great to meet you. Oh, we really appreciate you time jumping in a very short period of time. We
Sure.
really appreciate and we say thank you for that. And we looking forward to draw from your great experience and insights today. Hello, yes. Yeah, yeah. We're really excited to have you in our
Thank
podcast.
you.
Hello, viewers. We have a great leader in our midst. She's an expert in global leadership and global leadership training and development. And she's no other person than Kim Burns. Kim, you're welcome.
Thank
We
you,
want to
Phoebe.
also, she is a specialist in she has areas like influence, negotiation, communication, strategic thinking, coaching, creativity, innovation, constructive debate, innovation management, problem solving, and internal consulting. And also, she's an author. One of the books I really read, the precept, the exercising influence is great. But I'm going to order my copy right away because I want to know more. The way you use practical experience to explain concept, it's something that sticks once you get it. And it's very unique and we appreciate that. So before we dive in today to the podcast, this is how the podcast is going to go. It's going to be just in three parts. First of all, we'll start with your background and the industry trend you're seeing. Then we'll discuss your current challenges and the vision where you want King, Burns, and County to be in the next 1 year. Then we finally wrap up by exploring any next step if it makes sense. Is that good for? Is that sound good?
That's okay. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, and again, I always want to make it clear it's not an interview because there is no scripted question, it's a discussion. It depends on how much you want to share because I know you have a lot to share. And the time, it all depends on you. Usually we slate about 30 to 45 minutes, but if you want to go beyond that, we're ready. But we're not going to take the time. Everything, the timing depends
Sorry.
on you. Yeah, thank you very much, Kim. So let's jump in. First of all, give us a brief overview of your professional journey and how it fits into a bigger picture of Byrne and County.
Well, I began as an elementary school teacher long ago, and then I moved
Oh.
into the field I had studied, which was
Mhm.
teaching children with learning problems. And so I taught for a number of years kids who were smart but were having difficulty with reading or math or something
Mm.
like that. And I loved that. I was good at it.
Mhm.
and But I began taking some classes and workshops in organization development, and it fit with
Mm.
my graduate program. And so I eventually became an organization development consultant, at first working more with hospitals and schools and nonprofits, and then moving into working with larger and larger companies. At first, I did it on my own, and then I decided I really needed a partner to work with, and
Mm.
I had met Isabella Conti,
Mm.
and I considered various other people. Some of them were very good friends, but I thought were too much alike. But Isabella
Mhm.
and I had very different backgrounds, and we really clicked. And so we started the company. I mean, we originally thought we were getting together so that each of us could take long vacations and have the other one cover for us.
Mhm.
But we had such a creative collaboration that we attracted more clients, and eventually we decided we would grow the company. And so we did. And over the years, Isabella went off in another direction. We remained and are to this day very dear friends. Um, but slowly we began to grow and add people and add customers. And that's the story.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. It's very, lively to understand to see where you come from. And
Yeah.
I personally too, I'm also a children teacher for a long time, so I can understand with you. All right, then the next question is, How has the concept of influence evolved in the business world, especially with the rise of digital communication and the global team?
The concept of influence has been around forever. I sometimes
Yeah.
like to find quotes from the ancients about influence. And the word literally means it comes from the Latin, of course, and it means a substance that flows into you. Okay. So influence, flowing in. And
Okay.
these days we think of it as something that causes other people to want to follow what you say or what you do
Mm-hmm.
or how you look or so
Mm-hmm.
forth. I mean, when we first started um, the company and I first developed the program, we did not have people who called themselves influencers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the word has taken on many new shades of meaning in recent years. But all
Mm-hmm.
of us influence. We can't get our work done. We can't um, have a good and productive and happy life without influencing others and being influenced by others. So it's something that everybody needs to do, and most of
Mm-hmm.
us were not necessarily um, taught or saw models of people who did it really, really well. And
Mm-hmm.
so it became something that I thought we all needed to learn to do better. And so I
Yeah.
did a lot of research and thinking about it, and I observed people over many years and developed a model that we've been able to use that many thousands of people have gone through our workshops and learned the skills, and other people have read my book and so forth. So, and it's just interesting to me that nowadays everybody knows what an influencer is,
Yeah.
but when
Yeah.
and it's limited in its meaning. Um, but I prefer the broader view of it as how we make things happen through other people. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Makes sense. Okay, how does your typical day looks like? Looks like
Oh,
for
a
you?
typical day. These
Absolutely. Yeah.
days, because of where I am in my career, and I've been doing this over four. I'm doing. I'm Barnes and Conti has been around for 40 years, so I'm
Oh,
yeah. So I'm
so.
not doing the same things now that I was doing some years ago. Now my job is
Mm-hmm.
primarily to think,
Yeah.
design and develop and write. So a typical day for me, I'm sitting in front of a computer. Um, but also I may be collaborating with other people. I may be writing something together with others. I may be meeting with other people, sharing ideas, and I may be at times coaching some of our clients to become more effective at influence. So every day is a little different, but and sometimes I may be teaching a class. These days, usually a virtual class, but there are other people in my company that are associated with my company that also go out and teach that. So we teach our classes all over the world.
Awesome. That's very good. Okay, the next question. What major shift are you seeing in your industry right now?
Major shifts.
Are you seeing,
Um,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Major shifts in the industry. That's a good question. I think um, I think there's a greater understanding that the kinds of skills that people need going forward, given the how much we believe AI is going to uh, become important in the way we all do our work. So it's the human skills that that
Mm.
are more important. People understand that there are a lot of things AI can do, but
Yeah.
being being able to communicate well with other human beings is probably not one of them. Being able to influence, being able to um, inspire others. AI hasn't gotten there yet. So there's still a
Mm.
lot of skills that are important for people as leaders. And when I say leaders, I don't necessarily mean formal leaders. All of us have an opportunity to lead. And to be an
Mhm.
effective leader, you have to be an effective influencer.
Yeah. Good. Okay, that's great. So what are some misconceptions people have about influence, and how do your program help individual overcome that?
I think the commonest misconception people have is it's something you're born with or not, and that it's not something that can be learned. But of course, it can be learned. There are a whole set of skills that that we often call communication skills. But the way I differentiate
Mhm.
is communication moves ideas from one mind to another, but influence moves other people to
Yeah.
action. And so it's
Some like that.
communication plus. Um,
Mm.
yeah. So I think people are sometimes surprised to learn how effective they can be. Um, a lot of us spend a lot of our time saying things and hoping things will happen, or going into a meeting and
Mm.
putting out an idea and hoping everybody will agree. But maybe we don't
Mhm.
know exactly what to do to make it more likely that you'll be effective, more
Mm.
likely that you will be listened to, more likely that you will achieve something together with other people.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Well said. So again, how has you mentioned AI before I even brought up the issue. So let me ask you now, how has AI impacted your business and the strategy at Burns and Company?
Well, it's a good question because we don't know the answer to that yet. Um, we're
Okay.
looking at various ways to use it. We've experimented a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly use it
Mm-hmm.
as part of the research that goes into building programs. But more recently, we've looked at how to take things that we've already done and use AI to transform them into different formats, different um,
Mm-hmm.
media, and so forth. So it's very useful for that. And we're just really starting to learn how to use it. So it'll be a while, I think, before we have a full strategy for using it. But right now, we're in the experimental stage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well said. Okay. So what is working well for you right now, and what has been frustrating?
One thing that's working really well for me right now is we are moving into a very close alliance with another organization that I think will bring benefits to all our customers. It will bring benefits to the staff of both of these companies. So I'm really excited about that. I think it's the cross fertilization that happens when you join with a whole other organization. It makes many things possible that weren't possible before. So I'm very enthusiastic about that. And the thing that's frustrating is, as usual, people take a long time to make their decisions. So I wish there was a way to speed that up, but we're human beings and we take as long as we take, and our organizations have ways of speeding things up or slowing things down. Um, we have a very wonderful uh, lead sales person, and she's one of those people that keeps um, contact with people as they go through different organizations, when they're out of work, when they're getting new jobs, helping them get new jobs. And I think the um, relationship business um, is what
Mm-hmm.
keeps us going and keeps us excited and learning and looking forward.
Okay, awesome. So in today's fast-paced environment, how can leaders effectively build relationship and get results without resorting to manipulative tactics?
Well, building relationships and getting results. You're quoting the subtitle of my book. Thank you.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Actually, the subtitle of our influence program. The book has a slightly different
Mm-hmm.
subtitle, but that's what influence
Mm-hmm.
is all about. It is about building
Mm-hmm.
strong relationships with the people that you work with, um,
Mm-hmm.
and building very trustworthy relationships, and not thinking that you
Mm-hmm.
have to give up on relationships in order to get results. I think people used to think you can build relationships or get results. And what we show you or show our customers is how you can do both and keep them in balance.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, how do you currently measure success at banks and counties?
How we measure success, one way we measure success is to have customers come back to us. And sometimes they come back to us after many years, and we're always surprised and delighted to hear from people. Either people that used to work with us and now are with a different organization and they come back to us, or organizations that maybe ran out of budget money at some point, and then a few years later they say, okay, we're ready. So that's, and I personally have had many experiences of people coming up to me at a conference or I'm giving a talk or something and saying, you know, that class we took from you, I still use those skills, you know. So that's a personal way that I do. But of course, there are lots of other ways of measuring success. But I like to think that what we have done has made a difference in the lives of the people that we've worked with. And so for me personally, that is the best measure of success, to know that that has happened.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Could you share a key principle or technique from your influence training that listeners can immediately apply to improve their communication and
I'll share
collaborative
one that's
skills?
very simple, and that is we talk about influence having two directions, that you can express your ideas or you can put yourself in a position to receive other people's thoughts and ideas. So we call it the expressive side and the receptive side, which is basically just communication language. And for many of us, we're pretty good at one side or the other side. We're either pretty good at talking about what we think, or we're pretty good at listening to other people and taking ideas in. But what's really important is to balance those two, so that in
Yeah.
any relationship, I don't mean in every single conversation, but I should be able to look at any important, meaningful relationship I have, personal or professional, and notice that maybe about half the time I'm the one that's sending my ideas out, and about the other half of the time the other person is doing it, and I'm listening and drawing them out and learning from them and so forth. So one key principle, very simple, is make sure that that you remember a saying that somebody gave me one time, is that you never gain ideas through your mouth, right? You know, you gain ideas through listening to other people as well as reading and but taking things in. So you want to keep that balance between putting your ideas out there and drawing other people's ideas in toward you. So that's one very big and rather difficult principle to act upon, but it's really important.
Awesome. And I don't know if maybe I would have asked this earlier, is which metrics are you focused on improving to make sure you're going in the right direction?
For us, the thing we need to improve always is marketing. You know, it's always how do we reach more people? How do we make sure that people know we exist, and that people know what we can do for them and how we can help them grow? And I'm talking about both organizations and individuals. So that's always the challenge.
Okay, the marketing part, which is very key. And do you have the bandwidth to take in more if you have a deluge of clients
We can always
on your
take in more
at your
because we
disposal?
have wonderful people that we work with, facilitators, consultants. Some people are inside the organization, but most of them are outside and they're global. We work pretty much all continents, not Antarctica, at least not yet. But yeah, but we do
Oh,
things
that's
in
sweet to
different
hear.
languages with
Okay.
different countries and so forth. So Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
we're not too hard to find.
That's great. That's great. Okay. Oh, okay, awesome. Okay, so where do you want to Burns and Connie to be in the
In the next
next
12
12
months, I
months?
expect that we will complete
Yeah.
the development of our partnership with another company, and the organization
Mm-hmm.
itself will um, become more um, um, I think we'll be able to do different and deeper work with our customers and with their customers.
Mm.
So I think the combination of the two organizations is really going to raise the possibilities for everyone. I'm very excited about that. So we're in the process, and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If I may ask on that, because this is the second time you're saying it, is it a sort of merger and acquisition, or what? What is it? Is it a merger or is it an acquisition you're looking at with your
It's one of those
acquisition,
things.
or what is it exactly? Ah, okay. Okay. Um, it's okay. At least. All right. Let me see. You emphasize innovation in your leadership and talent development. What emerging trends or challenges do you see shaping the future of leadership, and how are you
Well, that's a
preparing
great
your position
question. I
for
mean, I
them?
do think that AI is how to manage AI, how to find the right way to use it in a way that helps people and that
Mm-hmm.
works alongside of people and makes their lives easier, without diminishing
Mm-hmm.
the value of human creativity and the things that
Mm-hmm.
and human relationships. Okay, so we have to figure out how to manage
Mm-hmm.
that interaction as leaders, and I think that will be a challenge for the next several years. We'll see where it goes.
Okay, you mentioned marketing as one of your goals. You want to get more clients and all that. Of course, close more deals. Why the goal, and what are the specific steps or metrics you
Well, we
have
have a
in
lot of
place for that?
ideas about it. One of the things that has always worked for us, and that we haven't done as much recently, is to have either in person or online um, kind of taster sessions so that people can experience what it is that
Mm-hmm.
we do. And I think we'll be doing more of that in the future. Um, we do offer some open or public programs for people. Most of our work we do in house in the customer's company. These days, most of what we do is done this way rather than in person, but we still do in person programs as well.
Okay, and if you had a magic wand to fix one thing in the band and Conti that's holding you down or slowing you down, what would that one thing be?
I'm going to repeat myself. I would wave a magic wand and have it take away people's um, reluctance to commit.
Okay, I get that. It's a problem. Yeah, it is. Okay, so and how do you want to do that and why?
Um, I don't. If I knew how, I would be doing it. I think you understand why.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I do understand. Okay, I mean, it still
Yeah.
goes down back to what you
Yeah.
said, marketing. Marketing, if you can get more market and all that. Okay, and of course, let me if you have more market, or if you have more leads, or let's say if you have more clients or system or investment that works, what does that unlock for your company for the next?
Business. I mean, uh, we
Yeah.
would like to be doing business with companies we've not worked with before. We'd like to be doing more business with the companies that we
Mhm.
have worked with for many years. Um, it certainly unlocks the potential um, to be more influential ourselves in terms of the things that we think are
Mhm.
important. It unlocks the potential um, for us to be better known, to be taken um, as greater thought leaders, and I think it just
Mhm.
really does I'm repeating myself again, but it really does allow us to be a more influential organization. Obviously, having more business means, we hope, making more money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at my particular stage of life, I'm interested in what kind of legacy, I'm able to leave, and how my
Yeah.
ideas might really be able to help people be more effective leaders and lead lives that are more satisfying and and um, and help people have a learning life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. I agree with you. Okay. And again, if you have it going, what kind of traction signal will you be looking out for to know you're in the right direction? When you have this client going or everything going well.
What am I looking for?
Yeah. I say if you have your clients, the
Yeah.
business, the marketing in place going, or since that's what your focus, let's put it that way. What kind of traction signal are you looking for to make sure you're in the right direction?
Hearing from more people, hearing from people and organizations that we have not worked with before, seeing more interest in the media, perhaps. And I mean, basically about getting feedback, right? No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much, Kim. You really, really shared a very good, insight about your work and what you've been doing. And again, of course, with this podcast, I'm coming off with a better understanding or from the word influence because like you said, it's also a part of communication. You either take or you receive it. So I never really saw it that way. So it's an eye-opening for me, and I believe that many people in our audience will see it that way. We want to thank you very much, and we really appreciate your time. Your insight
Thank you
is very
very much,
invaluable.
Phoebe. I
And we say
enjoyed our
thank you.
conversation.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. So again, before I let you go, given what you have shared about here, we are very grateful for your time. And you'll talk about having more marketing. Is there any other way do you have anything in place for that? Do you have anything in place for that apart from you mentioned a lady working with you that's in charge of that, right? What do you have in place for that
Lots
marketing?
of ideas and some good helpers. So yeah.
Okay, some good helpers. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you have
we
it
do.
already rolling. You have it
A
already in
lot.
place, right?
Always open to other
Okay.
ideas.
I love
But I should say before we finish,
Okay.
if people want to find us, they can find us at barnesconti.com. No and, just barnesconti.com.
Yeah.
And you can find my
Okay.
books on Amazon, of course, and or at the publishers,
Yeah.
and Exercising Influence is one book, but I have others, including 2 mysteries that I wrote for fun.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So we'll surely put that in our description when we post it on our YouTube, so people can always find you. All right, and be able to access you and
Right.
reach you
They can.
if they need your help. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Kim. I'm gonna make sure we link all your information in our description box in the channel so that people will reach you. Of course, I'm gonna
Great.
put the books you've written, your expertise, your website, and all that. Even your LinkedIn address. I'll make sure you get that.
Yeah,
And
thank
if
you so
possible, I'm going to
much.
send it to you before I publish it. Okay? Is that okay? Does that
Thank
sound
you.
good?
You're very
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Bye.
Thank you, Kim. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Bye.